are talking about how are you doing over there in Venezuela? Are you still in Venezuela? We have somebody stuck in Venezuela right now during this crisis. Hope you're safe. Hope everything's going good. But anyway, today we're talking about prospecting. Yeah, so let's just jump into it, man. I'm gonna share my screen. And guys, remember, just mute yourselves. Everybody just mute yourself. If you're playing around with paper, that's you. So guys, yeah, today we're talking about prospecting. And like I always tell you guys, this is one of this is the most important part of your business. Because without prospecting and constantly doing it, constantly lead generating, you're not going to have a business, or you're at least not going to have a consistent business that you can count on. You know what I mean? The beauty of constantly prospecting and lead generating is, after a while, you start knowing your numbers. It's the business starts to become a lot more predictable. You know, you have to do certain steps up front to get the results in the back end, and it should start to get to the point where, like, your friends, family that call you up out of the blue, that should be like kind of like gravy extra money. You know what I mean? But that's easy deals. That's ones you don't really have to look for. Everybody, you guys can just please mute yourselves, please. But generally, you know what I mean? Prospecting, that's like the fuel of your business. We need to constantly do it. We should constantly, you know what I mean? Always be thinking about who should I be talking to? You need to literally have the mindset of like, hey, I need to talk to new people. I need to talk to new people. If you're not paranoid like that, like, how many people have I talked to today? How many new people have I talked to today? Like, we need to start getting that way. But I always tell you guys, man, like, your friends and family, it's only going to take your business so much. It's only going to take you to right here. You know what I mean? We need to constantly meet new people. Okay. Because they're the ones that are going to make a consistent business with you. They're the ones that are buying the homes. Okay. Like, I personally only know like 10 people. So if my business was ran off that, you know what I mean, I'd just be done. Okay. And then the thing is, like, once all your friends buy a house, like, then they're going to be in there for 3, 4, 5 years. Like, you need something new. Okay. So you guys should always be thinking, I need to talk to new people. Who can I talk to? Who can I get in front of? Another big thing with prospecting is, it's, for me at least, it's not so much of just talking to random people, talking to anybody. I want to talk to the right people. I want to talk to people in my realm. Okay, so a lot of things I do with prospecting, it's everybody's gonna be in a real estate realm. Because I could go to the Florida Mall, go to Mall Millennia, and talk to like thousands of people. It doesn't mean I'm gonna get the job done. Okay, I want to talk to a narrow scope of people that I at least know they're somewhat interested in real estate. Okay. So with that, man, one of the biggest things with prospecting is just gonna be your mindset, man. It's prospecting should be something like, man, we do every day. Like, it's like I have right here. It shouldn't be something you do sometimes. It shouldn't be something you do most of the time. It should be something just everyday thing, man. Take pride in it. Take pride in getting good at it. So it's a skill. It's a skill, and literally, like, you should be excited to do it. You should be excited to get better at it, because once you figure that out, once you figure out how to talk to people the right way, it doesn't matter what business you're in, really. Once you figure out how to talk to people, like, you're good no matter what. Okay. Especially in real estate, once you figure out what people want to hear, how to talk to them, and knowing the mindset that's a consistent thing, like, your whole life gets a lot easier. Okay. Like I say right here, consider every rejection a learning experience. Bear with me just real quick. I'm trying to pull up something. Hold on. Because I can't see your guys' chat. If you guys have any questions or anything, just like unmute yourselves and just say something. but I'm about to put up the chat right now. But like I was saying, consider every rejection a learning experience. You're not gonna be super awesome at talking to all these people at first, but trust me, man. You start doing a good 6 months, 2 years into it, you will start getting a lot better at this. You'll start knowing all their possible objections. You'll start not even caring, because think about it, man. Like I'm not. One, they're not gonna remember who you are if you mess up. You know what I mean? There's gonna be a blurb in the universe. Two, like I'd rather take care of me and my family than care about what other people think. Okay, so don't be scared of the rejection. It's gonna happen, but you look at it as a time to you just get better. Just get better. Okay. Like I was saying, like let's have a constant mindset on. I need to talk to new people. Who else can I talk to? Who else can I talk to about real estate? You should be paranoid about that. Grover just asked a question. Hey, Javier, what are some techniques you can recommend for us using the COVID-19 environment to get in front of more people? So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like this COVID-19 thing is like a brand new thing. So I've never been through something like this. I don't think anybody has. So I honestly don't really know, besides like what everybody else has been saying, like, oh, virtual video, stuff like that. On Syndicate 21, they actually released a whole bunch of new training. Hold on, let me try to pull it up right now. Hold on, I'm gonna try to pull it up. There's some really good training on Syndicate 21 on the university, and it's really all like coronavirus related. So I suggest everybody to start checking that out, because man, I honestly don't know. Anybody like start utilizing video? I don't know. But the cool thing about it is the people that figure it out, like there's gonna be money to be made. You know what I mean? Business is not gonna be the same anymore. It's even unlocking. It's like showing, like this is showing like the holes in everybody's business, like the virtual stuff. So for instance, I'm just gonna quickly just jump in this real quick. So as you can see, like, hey man, strengthen your ties in the community during the virus. Handling objection never heard before. That's new. Open houses from the couch, like weird stuff like that. Let's all jump in here and start checking that out. But let's get back to this training. Good question though, Grover. Also with this, like, be patient with it. You're building a business, and every business needs patience. Okay, don't expect to be like an expert overnight with this. You know what I mean? A big thing with prospecting is to me the time blocking factor. Like I was telling you guys yesterday, man. If you guys don't time block the prospecting, you guys, I'm telling you, like 95% of the time, you guys just aren't gonna do it. So always time block it out. Okay. I suggest doing the time blocking in the morning when you have the most energy, because every time, like, it's like going to the gym, you know. Everybody's like, oh, I'll do it later. By the time, you know what I mean, 4 or 5 o'clock comes around, man, you guys are tired. You guys don't really feel like talking to people. You guys are just and then you guys just put it off for the next day. I'm doing it next morning, and it's just a repeated cycle. Just make it a part of your daily schedule, like your time block from 9:30 to 12 is going to be prospecting, or 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock prospecting. A good way to do it is 2 hours with 50-minute intervals, giving yourself 10-minute breaks in between. And when you're prospecting, you start prospecting on a high level, like you got to start using it to your best of its abilities. Like when I'm prospecting, like I'm not on Facebook, I'm not like scrolling around, I'm not on emails, I'm just like hitting these phones right here, you know. I'm not sure if you can see my camera, but I'm not on Facebook. I'm not taking other calls. Like obviously, like, you know what I mean, sometimes you scroll on Facebook every once in a while, but still, for the most part, like you want to be really highly focused on this, because another thing is you start to get in a roll with it. You know what I mean? You have one conversation, you have another good conversation, and then you start getting the flow. If you start like letting other things get away, your role starts, you know what I mean, dissipating, I guess. I don't know. Your flow, I don't know. Yeah, so the great thing about it, when you do it in a highly focused for a long periods of time, you know what I mean? That little extra time that you had, you mean maybe those 2 extra people that you had a chance to talk to, and that day compounded over 12 months. Trust me, it starts to add up. If I wasn't messing around on my phone and I had a chance to call one extra person and had a conversation with them times 12 months, like think about it, it adds up. Okay. So always think about that. Always think about that compound effect when you guys are kind of messing around doing other things. You should be doing that with all the business, with any type of business. Just be focused on what you're doing on that particular task. Yeah, do all your distractions in your 2 10-minute breaks. Hey, whoever just joined, whoever's beeping around, put yourselves on mute.
Okay.
Whoever has a kid in the background, put yourself on mute. Thank you. All your distractions and stuff. You mean just handling the 10-minute break. You know, if you had to knock out some text message, your clients are texting you back. Like, you know, I mean, use that 10-minute break to do so. If you want to walk outside, stretch your legs, use that 10-minute break. But I just want to like let's have like high focus on these time blocks. So that like literally like the time block thing is probably the most important part of this whole thing. Because if you would just time block your day, like, hey, 9 to 12 or 9 to 11, I'm just prospecting, you're gonna get so much more things done. Even if you don't even have a schedule to time, even if you don't even know what to prospect for, I'm telling you, you're gonna get a lot of stuff done just for the simple fact you schedule time to prospect and you're actually doing it. You'll start thinking of things to do. So very important. Time blocking, very, 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 very important. Make sure you guys do that, especially for the new guys. Target when you're trying to talk to people and get in front of new people is like try to talk to 10 people a day. Like actually like talk to them. It doesn't sound like a lot. You're actually like really trying for 2 hours. It doesn't sound like a lot. You know what I mean? It's one person every 30 minutes. Okay. And the thing is, like, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's like with anything, it starts to add up. Okay. So obviously like 10 people a day, 50 people a week, 200 people a month, 2,400 people a year. Okay. Obviously, you know what I mean? You might skip a day or something like that. But I'm just trying to show you the point. Like, this stuff starts to add up. This number doesn't look like a lot. This one doesn't look like a lot either. But damn, this one starts to add up, okay? This could be a combination of calls, text messages, Facebook messages, emails, through multiple sources. So you don't have to be a hard charging phone guy, you know what I mean, to get this stuff done. You know what I mean? You can be a texter. Like, think about it. Like, in today's age, people don't really like to talk on the phone. You know what I mean? Like, accept that. You know, like a lot of times prospecting can be done on text message. Follow-ups can be done on text message. Find the way these people like to communicate and then communicate with them through that. These people like to email you, like email them, you know? You know what I mean? Like, you find an uphill battle if the person doesn't like to talk on the phone and they like the text and you're trying to just keep calling them, you know? I'd rather wait to that stuff for when we get in person. They actually know you, okay? Then you could kind of lighten it up with a phone call every once in a while. But even then, like, I know a lot of people just don't like phone calls nowadays. So the goal when you're prospecting and stuff like that is not to just like make contacts, just to, like, you know what I mean? Our goal is to really call them and start asking high level questions. Like, example, like the things I always tell you about, like the location, motivation, time frame, criteria. Like, that should be our goal when you're prospecting, especially for buyers. Okay. Because we need some attention. We need. I should also write in there. Our goal is to try to get a face-to-face in there, which I will write right now. Try to set up a But it all starts with those high level questions first, okay? Because if this guy, like, I want to figure out what's this guy's true motivation. Like I always tell you guys, it's pointless to go try to meet him face to face. This guy has no real motivation to buy. You're just gonna be wasting your time, okay? I'm big on not wasting people's times, or my time actually. I want to identify this person's time frame, because if I identify this person's right time frame, that's in itself, it's gonna show me how to follow up with them, okay? If they're 2 months away, like I know I have to, I should be, there should be one of my people I talk to almost every day, trying to set up showings, try and get in front of them. But if they're 9 months away, that's somebody that, I talk to once a month. You know what I mean? I'll have them on an auto property alert. Okay. So the time frame is huge. It's going to tell you how you're going to follow up with them. Okay. And then also, like, man, when you're prospecting, we have to start getting good at kind of qualifying these people. Like, it doesn't always have to be a lender qualification. Like, we have to get good at qualifying them on the fly. An easy way is like, hey, man, like, what do you do for a living? That's a normal conversation, but it kind of helps to start qualifying them. Another easy way is to start asking them, hey, man, have you saved up? Have you been saving for a house? A lot of people, like, you ask them that question, like, oh, no, not really. Well, that might limit you. I might limit a lot of people right there. It might save you guys a lot of time just asking that simple question. Have you started saving for a house? Okay. Have you talked to a lender? That's a really good one too. Okay. But even before that's, like, I want to know what this guy does. So I can pretty much figure out, like, most of the time if he's going to be good to go. So your goal when you're prospecting, talking to people, should always be trying to get past that first initial conversation to get into the deeper, higher level questions. Okay, that should be your goal. High level conversations. When you are prospecting, you're pretty much just you're gonna be utilizing the CRM. That's like the only way you really can effectively prospect. Essentially, like, when you're prospecting, like, your time block starts at 9. Like, what you should be doing is essentially just sitting down your desk, opening up your CRM, and you're just working out of your CRM the whole time. The way your CRM should be set up, you jump on there and you should see all your reminders, what you need to do that day, which are reminders of all the people you need to talk to that day. That should be like number one. Follow up all the people we need to follow up with. That should be like the first order of business, because if we just keep trying to talk to new people and we're not taking care of the people that we already talked to, then we're just shooting ourselves in the foot. So first order of business when you're doing time blocking, when you're prospecting, is sit down at your desk, open up your CRM, whether it's Zap, whether it's Business Builder or whatever, or wherever if you pay for something separate, just jump on there and start making contacts with the people that you're supposed to be following up with. If you tell somebody you're gonna do something, like, let's do it. You know what I mean? That's me a big. If you tell somebody, hey man, I'm gonna send you a property neighborhood report tomorrow, let's make sure we do that. Okay, that's gonna set us apart a lot. And also, obviously, the CRMs, I written down right here, it's you get a bunch of different time frames. There's gonna be, everybody has their own different story. Everybody has their own different situations. We need a way to figure all that stuff out. We need a way to keep that all together. This guy's about to get divorced, and we totally forget that to make us look pretty bad. But if we wrote really good notes and it's on our CRM, like, the kids' names and stuff like that, like, you know what I mean? It holds a lot of weight. A lot of times you can remember, like, the wife's name or the husband's name, even if you haven't met him before. Like, hey man, how's Joe doing? Like, oh, he's doing good. Oh, is he still doing the nursing thing? Yeah, damn. Like, that, little things like that, it really sets the difference. Okay, so that's why CRMs are so important, because it keeps everything that they're looking for, all what you guys talked about, and the most important thing is the reminders when you're actually going to follow up with them. Okay, if you have to follow up with them because you sent them to your lender, they're getting pre-qualified, you want to touch base with them the next week or so, or whatever was kind of set forward. Okay, this is a big one. Only put good leads in your CRM. And this is, like, when CRM people get, like, really mad about the CRMs, like, I don't like working on my CRM. And usually that's why, because they're doing the opposite of this. They're putting any and all leads in there. They're putting whoever's in there. They're just happy to have some people in their database. Instead of having like 200 people in my CRM that are all crappy leads that don't know me, don't know who I am. I don't even know who they are. They don't have a store. There's no reminders or nothing there. I'm calling them. They're like, who are you again? Who? With what company? Why are you calling me? When you have a database full of that, yeah, and it starts to get pretty disheartening to follow up with them and keep working that CRM. You're like, man, it's prospecting day. It ain't working out for me, man. Yeah, man, because everybody in your CRM is crap. Okay. I like to put only good leads in my CRM. Leads that, you know what I mean, I know are like pretty much sure things. You know, I'm just kind of waiting. I'm just kind of waiting on whatever their situation might be, you know. So I like to look at my CRM and I'm looking down my list. Instead of having 200 people, I might have 30 people. But I know it's 30 people. They know who I am. They know who I work for. I know their situations, and they're pretty much sure things. Like this guy, he's 3 months away because his lease ends in 3 months. This guy, he's from out of state, but he's coming here because a job for Lockheed Martin in 6 months. Everybody has their own story. Everybody's pretty much pretty much, obviously, but they know who I am. That's what I'm trying to make. So every time you jump in your CRM, you're motivated to like, hey man, I got 5 follow-ups. There's 5 people that know and are expecting something from me. It's gonna totally change the way you think about using a CRM. Also, at first, so depending on which CRMs you're using, there's different ways you could use them. If you're obviously you want to start a database of a bunch of prospects. All right, if you're putting crappy leads in your CRM, you have to make sure you're labeling them correctly. Okay, you want to put your good leads a certain label and your bad leads a certain label. You want to separate the two. Okay, I just want to make that that's be a big difference because you want to develop a database, but you want to make sure you're splitting them apart. Okay. Also, your good leads. Hold on, just real quick. Your good leads should always have a reminder. Every lead on your CRM that's good should always have a reminder with all of them. Okay. If they don't have a reminder, there's nothing set up to do something again for them. Like, hey man, check up on them and see how their credit's going. Check up my lender gave them a call. Check up on how that went. Or send them a property or something set up. If they don't have any reminder, like that's a good indication to take them from your good leads and pull them in with your bad leads. Okay. Because if they don't have no reminder, like there's obviously wasn't a connection built. You obviously didn't really get in a high level conversation. Because everybody and they're obviously not sure things. They're obviously not really hit all those things we were talking about. If there's not any real thing to follow up with them, okay? And ask the question, is there a way to classify leads by priority? In Zap, I'm not too sure. I actually never used that myself personally. But I'm sure there's a way to label them, you know what I mean? Hot, cold, medium. So for instance, like Katie, you might need to jump in and maybe correct that, but I'm sure there's a way to label a lead from being hot and being cold. I'd label any and every crappy lead cold, and then obviously warm and then hot. Katie, can you kind of jump in and kind of clarify that if you know?
Yeah. So if you're using Business Builder or any CRM, usually you can put people into different categories. You usually can also put them into groups. So if you've got your CRM and let's say you have 100 leads, 40 of them are first-time home buyers, you can put one group of people into first-time home buyers. So you can send a message just to that group. Maybe you have a second group of investors and you send a message to that group, or you can send a message to all of them. So yeah, you can put people into different groups. Every CRM basically has the same function.
Good stuff. So there you go, Anna. You start playing around your Zap, and Zap's really good. From what I've seen on Zap, it's really good, really interactive. So, yeah, pretty much like Katie said, every CRM is gonna have a way to group them. So it's good that Zap does too. Yeah, obviously put notes from last conversation, add contact, add note, add reminder. Okay, most people should have a reminder. Yeah. So remember, with CRMs, most people they're not gonna be right now people. They're not gonna be like, hey man, I'm ready to buy a house next month. I'm not gonna be ready to buy a house in 2 months. Anybody can do that type of business. That's like easy. That's like low hanging fruit. Okay, that right now business. But being able to take care of that farther out business, that 4 months, 6 months, 7 months out business, that's how you start having a really consistent business. Okay, like right now for you guys, like it might seem like 6 months is a long time, 7 months is a long time, but trust me, in real estate, it's like a blip. And when you start doing this consistently, and you're having like, oh man, all my farther out people now they're 1 month in, they're ready to go now. So now like that's how you start building that pipeline. You start getting really busy when you start building that pipeline. So right now, like that's why this prospecting is so important, because you have to build that pipeline. All your 6 month out people that you might have 6, 7 of them. Trust me, 6 months comes around pretty quick. And this is gonna be the only way we're gonna be able to follow up with them. Like a notebook isn't gonna work, especially when you start getting busy. Especially when you start having, 12 different people with 12 different stories. Follow up, super important. This, all the people we're gonna meet, all the people we're gonna be talking to. Obviously, we need a way to keep up with them, service them. All the open houses, prospecting. If we don't follow up with them, we're wasting our time. The people we talk to, the people at the open houses, if we're not following up with them and following up with them properly, like we're just literally just wasting our time. Okay. So like on here, use your CRMs to know who to reach out to and when. Okay. This should be done every day. So when I said earlier, like to check your reminders and see who you follow up with, that's like a super important part. Another thing is with the follow-ups, like, man, providing extreme value. Okay. This is so, so important. If you're reaching out to your clients and just like, hey man, like, how's it been going? Man, you're not really providing extreme value. Okay. You want to be like a huge resource to them. You want to be such a good value. Like, damn, this person's on your money on the spot. This guy, like, I don't mind talking to this guy because this guy's an expert. This guy is providing a lot of value. This guy is legitimately helping me. So I want you to put yourself in their shoes when you're following up with them. I'm sure people have followed you with you guys in the past, and you're with some, a text, hey, how's it been going? Just checking up on you. And you're just like, you don't even text back. You're just like, man, what is this? Okay. A really great way I like say for buyers to follow up with them is I'm personally like digging in the CRM, the MLS, and looking for good homes that they actually might like, and I'm gonna text it to them. Hey man, just the new product just popped up on the market. Go check it out. Just send your email. I think you might really like it. Let me know what you think. Little things like that, like, hey man, it shows you that you're working for them, or maybe if it's your past client, or maybe if it's your past client you haven't talked to in a year or two. A really cool follow up is, hey man, I just pulled up what's recently sold in your neighborhood, and these 3 properties sold. These 3 properties sold, and say in a good market when the property values have gone up, like say he bought it at 150, and the new homes are selling at 200 now. That's how I used to do that all the time. Hey man, I know you bought the house. I wouldn't obviously want to say that because he knows. But hey man, these 2 homes sold for $200,000. That's awesome. The market's going up. So cool little follow-ups like that, like things he wouldn't have known. Okay. Prospecting lead sources. Okay. So obviously, like open houses, you guys know I'm really big on the open houses because they are, some of the best clients you're gonna get, and they're completely free. Okay. The great thing about the open houses are, when I was telling you, like it goes, you're talking to people in your realm. Okay. These people aren't just like, you gotta be like, obviously there might be some time wasters, but most of the time, like these people are somewhat interested in real estate coming through. Okay. They're in my realm. They're coming through my doors. They're in my real estate realm. Okay. They're some of the hottest buyers that are physically like using their energy on the weekend to go shopping. Okay. You're like I have written right here. You're open up a storefront. and they're just coming in. All right, waiting for the customers to come in. You don't have to go find them; they're gonna come find you. Makes your job a lot easier. It's a great way to meet people. A great way to get an instant face-to-face as well. Instantly, they could. You're not a stranger anymore. They met you already. It's we're knocking out like 3 things before in the first interaction, which is great. So really big on open houses. This is something that, like, all my new guys should be doing on a weekly basis. Obviously, right now with the corona going on, like, we might think of something else. So I don't know. I'm just a normal market conditions. But open houses are great. Love them. You should be doing them probably every weekend. You know, because it starts to add up. Well, I'm about to talk about in a little bit. Everything starts to add up after a while. Facebook/Instagram friends. Facebook is great. Social media is great. Because obviously, like, if you guys live around here, you guys are from around here, you guys already have a circle of people that know you, okay? The great thing about Facebook, Instagram is it's a great way to prospect, but it's passive. We don't physically have to go there and call everybody or text everybody. If we're just posting real estate related interesting stuff, we're doing that's kind of like a form of past. That is a form of prospecting. Okay, they're knowing we're in the real estate business without us have to tell them directly. Okay, the great thing about this is, like I was telling you, it is free, obviously, but the consistency is gonna be is the key with this. Okay, so like everybody's like, oh, I want to keep it kind of private, like. Honestly, if you want to get good in real estate, man, you got to start intertwining your personal life and real estate life together. It should be all in one now, because that's going to be a huge source of business that you're missing out if you're trying to keep it too private, okay? So I'd start posting, you know what I mean, once, twice, 3 times a week, real estate stuff constantly, because eventually you want to get to the point where, like, this person, he's in real estate. I don't really know what they do, but they're in real estate. You want to be that first person they think of when they're thinking about real estate. You want to be conveniently posting something about real estate when they're conveniently thinking about real estate. That's the kicker right there. Like, you want to post something, and then, like, literally like 30 minutes before you post it, before they saw the post, they're thinking about, hey man, I'm thinking about, you know, maybe buying my first home. That's the key. So the consistently catching them on that wavelength is really a great part with the consistency. Facebook Marketplace is big. Facebook Marketplace is big, especially nowadays. Like I was telling you guys earlier, it's a great way to post our company listings on Facebook Marketplace to get buyers. Okay, so obviously our company has a lot of listings. Like, let's start using that to our advantage. Let's start using that as content and bait to form inquiries. Whoever's phone's ringing, just put your computer on mute, please. I don't know who the hell is that. So with that, so like obviously you guys know how to jump the MLS, look at a whole list of listings. Like, find like a really good listing that looks nice with professional photos, and ask that the listing agent if you can use their listing as content, you know what I mean, to post on the Facebook Marketplace. We're just trying to dangle a carrot in front of somebody that might be interested, okay? And then with that, we can start talking to them and start getting into those higher level questions, like I was telling you guys. Hey man, where do you guys currently live at? It's East Atlanta. You guys in a lease right now? Yeah. When's your lease up? Oh, in about 5 months. Cool, man. Cool. What's making you guys move? Tell me a little bit about your situation. You know what I mean? Trying to get closer to work and have a kid on the way. I'm sick and tired of renting. Awesome, man. Awesome. Hey man, well, I got you on the phone. I know you like this property. Do you want to go see it? Yeah, that's why I called. All right, cool. What else are you kind of looking for? We might as well make it a day if we're gonna go one time out there. So you see where I'm getting at? Like, we just need that one opportunity to open up you know what I mean, the conversation. We're just looking for opportunities. Right now we're looking for opportunities, conversation starters. Use our company listing for conversation starters. You should be doing this, you mean, 2 times a week, new listings, or maybe even the same listing. You know, this should be a consistent thing. Also, Facebook Marketplace is a great way to find for sale by owners. Okay, start digging through there. You'll see the ones with the really crappy photos, like 3 photos. Those are for sale by owners, and they need help. Okay, So use Facebook Marketplace as a great way to prospect for new people. Same thing with Craigslist. You know what I mean? We're pretty much doing the same technique, but in Craigslist. Like I was telling you guys in the past, I like the Facebook Marketplace a lot more now because they instantly know who you are. They put a face to the person. If your Facebook is built or social media is built for real estate, they can instantly know that you're serious about it, that you've been posting, that you're active in the business. So that's why I really love the Facebook Marketplace now. But hey, man, let's not let the people in Craigslist, let's give them some love too. And we're pretty much doing the exact same technique. Look for a really good house that our company has listed. Ask the listing agent if you can post it as content and post it on there. We're looking for, you know what I mean? We're looking for 1 or 2 people just inquire on it. And it's the consistency. OpCity leads. If you guys aren't on OpCity, I want you guys to email me. I'm going to put my email on there again. OpCity is century21.com leads that gets filtered through a call center and stuff like that. Really great opportunity to, you know what I mean? We just need more opportunities. Great opportunities to get in front of people. Sometimes the caveat with that, like sometimes they'll send you some crappy leads, but man, we just got to power through them. You know what I mean? Because if we get one good buyer from it, or maybe if we get one good lease from it, and we start building up a pipeline of past people that we help with leases, guess what? In 6 months, 12 months, when those leases expire and they want to buy a house, who are they going to go through? So everybody's been knocking like the leases and stuff like that. I know one person, that's the only thing she did, just did a bunch of leases. And now, you know what I mean, 12, 24 months that she's been doing that, they're all coming by, and she just put one under contract for like $700,000. So trust me, like leases are a great way to, you're pretty much getting paid for really good leads. Okay. So the cool thing about the leases, and let me just put like OpCity just isn't just leases, but at first you're gonna get a lot of leases. So don't make that clarification. But just real quick, leases. When I always tell you guys like the location, motivation, time frame, criteria with leases, we pretty much figured all that stuff out already, and we're getting paid for it. We just gotta wait 6 months or 12 months to reinitiate that conversation. Okay, so think about that. And with that, like your past clients, put them in your CRM to follow up with them. For sale by owners, you guys know I'm big on that as well. Obviously, these people are in our realm. Okay, so use this as a time to opportunities. We're looking for you know what I mean. If we call 10 for sale by owners and only one person gives us a shot, you know what I mean, or gives us a chance to follow up with them or whatever it may be, it's worth it at the end right there. It's completely free. Right now, everybody right now is a little slow with the coronavirus, especially my newer guys. Like we should be taking this time to start perfecting our ways we're talking to these people, and 2, trying to drum up opportunities. Okay. Expired listings. We went over this yesterday. Huge. They already agreed to a commission. We just got to help them. Okay. They're in need. They want to sell the house. They're pretty much raising their hand like, hey man, help me. It's a great way to start knocking out, like as you oh yeah, real quick guys. I sent all you guys the did Al or Lindsay Cariotti send any of you guys the list yesterday? Because I think we're having a glitch with that. Whenever you guys get a chance, whoever's on the training yesterday, just type in the chat box. But as you can see, if you guys did get the list, it's like 50 names on there. All right, then it didn't get sent out. I think Lindsay is Lindsay Carrier, she handles it, but I think like with the coronavirus going on, I don't know what's going on, but I'm on it for you guys. Don't worry about it. But obviously, man, it's a great way to instantly, you know what I mean, to have a chance to talk to a bunch of people, which is great. Mail outs, she is out for the week. Yeah. So Lindsay's out for a week, but I'm trying to get it with Al. So I'm just waiting. I'm on. Well, we'll see what happens. Mail outs, you know what I mean? Handwritten letters, paid letters, would be great. The thing I like to do with mail outs is like some people like to just do a blanket, you know what I mean? Mail, like I like to like kind of really big on the for sale by owners and the expireds. Okay. People like to blank out neighborhoods and stuff like that. I don't really like that much. It's just like I was telling you guys earlier. Like I want to talk to people who are in my range, or in my realm, and me blanketing neighborhoods, I don't know, it hasn't really worked for me. But I know some agents in this company that do really well with that. So hey, try it out. All these forms of lead generation, if done consistently, it starts to add up. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, I mean, you might get 10 leads from open house. You might get 3 leads in a month. You might get 10 leads in open house, 3 leads from Craigslist, 3 leads. Like, these are like, you know what I mean? 30 opportunities that you did not have. 30 free opportunities that you did not have at the end of the month. Okay, in the beginning of the month, 30 people that are in your realm that are interested in real estate that you did not have. The key is just doing it consistently. 33 people, I gotta space that out better. But 33 people in a month, that didn't even sound like a lot. But when we start thinking about it on a whole year basis, almost 400 people, it really starts to add up. Okay, that's what I'm saying. It's like a cup, man. We keep putting a bunch of little drops in there, and after a while, it's gonna start overfilling. Okay. Little consistency adds up over time. Make a schedule. That's a big thing. Like I always tell you guys, time blocking, making a schedule is. I'm really big on, you know what I mean, being really good with my time. So not only make a time block for that specific day, but make a schedule Monday through Friday when you're going to be doing your prospecting and what types of activities you're going to be doing. Obviously, you're not going to be doing open houses Monday through Friday. So, like, for example, like Saturday, open house. Monday through Friday, I'm doing expired and for sale by owner calls. Get it? And plus that, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm doing my Facebook Marketplace post. Like, have all that stuff written down. So at the end of the day, like, I even have right here for my stuff. Like at the end of the day, like, if you ever get sidetracked, like, hey, what should I be doing today? Like, you look back, like, I do this all the time. Like, I get sidetracked quick, but I'm like, what should I be doing? I look back to my schedule. I'm like, oh, this is what I should be doing. And I instantly get back to what I should be doing. Write it all out. Keep it in your desk. Keep it by your desk. And it's like Monday, doing this from 9 to 12. And then I got to do whatever I need to do after that. Maria sent a question. How do you feel about making flyers, handing them out at shopping centers? Would that be a good way to prospect? So like I said, I like to talk to people. I like to talk to people in my realm, okay? In the real estate realm. Me going out to a shopping center and talking to 1,000 people doesn't necessarily, I'm that time, the 2 hours and be at the shopping center handing out flyers, to take 2 hours to call, text, email people that are actually interested in real estate. Like, think about that. Taking that exact same time to talk to people that, you know what I mean, it's highly unlikely somebody's going to take your flyer and be like, oh, yeah, I am interested in real estate. Compared to, hey, man, these are all expired listings. These people, like, they need to sell their house. Why don't I just focus in on that? I'm telling you, you're going to get a lot better results. There's a reason. Trust me, there's a reason why you don't see a ton of realtors outside of shopping malls, like, handing out a bunch of flyers. It just doesn't really work. I'm not saying, like, don't do it, but because think about it on their end. Like, think about if somebody came up to you and just gave you a flyer. Hey, use my service. I'm a CPA. You're probably like, all right, cool. Like, shit, not really worried about it right now. You know, if I'm trying to go shopping. Okay. So let's all, like, I like to always talk to people that are in my realm. Scope it down. And if I am gonna do, like, I talk to you guys all the time about, hey man, I want to go door knocking in my neighborhood and handle flyers with my name on it and stuff like that. Like, yeah, that's a good thought process, but you're not providing any value to these people at the end of the day. Like, hey man, like, hey, like, here, I'm a realtor. Here, take this. They're gonna be like, all right, thanks, and crumple it up, throw it away. A better way to approach that would be go in your pick a neighborhood, and make a flyer, maybe with something they actually might like. Hey, this is a quarterly report on all the homes that sold in your neighborhood. That's something that would catch my interest. Like, hey man, I'm the local neighborhood expert in so and so subdivision. Hey man, here's your quarterly report of all the homes that sold. That's something like, all right, they see your information, but then they look down. What they're really worried about is, oh man, yeah, I saw that house that was listed down the street. Oh, that's what it sold for? Okay, that means my house is probably worth this amount. Like, think about it. People are only really concerned about themselves. You're just afterthought. But the cool thing with that, if you do that consistently, if you do that 4 times a year, I'd even up that even more. 1 time a month, you know what I mean? Every month you give them that sold report. You start becoming that real estate, that local real estate expert. Okay. You start becoming that local real estate expert, and they'll notice, oh yeah, that's Javier. He's the guy that gives the monthly sold reports of the neighborhood. So guess what? When somebody's trying to sell, at least they'll think about you. At least they'll know you. You have some mind share. So maybe think about that. Like, always when you're prospecting, like, think of how you can provide value to these people. Yes, it is. Is this training recorder? And if it is, how can we get access to it? Yes, I'm recording it. I'm gonna do some editing, and then I'm gonna send it out to everybody. So give time prospecting. Obviously, like a lot of times you guys like try prospecting, you try like one thing out, like literally one time, like, it didn't work, or you try it out maybe for a week, like, it didn't work. Like that one time of that week that you tried it, you guys are like, your inexperience level is like so bad that it's like you didn't give enough time to get good at it. Okay. It's like a baby, you know what I mean? When a baby's learn how to walk, and if it falls in its face the first time, you think the baby just stops doing it. It's like, this walking thing isn't for me. I'm just gonna crawl around the rest of my life. Like, you know, we have to get good at this stuff. So give it time. It's a business. Give it time. You need to start developing good prospecting techniques. It'll take a minimum of a month just to start getting your language patterns in the flow. Yeah, so with that, like, at a minimum, you need a solid month just to get like the words out your mouth right, just to figure out how to say things right. Okay, and that's just the bare minimum right there. Like, there's so many ways conversations can keep developing into it, and you got to get better and better and better. How to ask better questions. And it's something we just don't learn overnight. And you know what I mean? Obviously, like, human interaction is a crazy thing. There's so many different there's so many different ways to do it, which is it's really interesting, really, really cool. So give it time, you know, figure out what you're good at, figure out like what you bring to the table, like I always say, and don't give up so easy. That's the main thing. Don't give up so easily, and just keep in there, man. Success isn't just gonna be handed over to you. Like, here you go, you got your license, here you go. Like, man, you got to stick in there and get good. At the end of the day, let's get good. There's no way around that part. Overall, that's pretty much it for me, though. But now it's question time. What you guys got? Any questions?
Well,
hello?
Yeah, can you hear Gary Ziders?
Hey, Gary. What's up, brother?
Well, yeah, and I'm enjoying your class. I had a hard time getting it. I couldn't get it on the computer. Well, with this Corona thing and getting into the market, I mean, when they're telling you to stay home, you know, some of us are banging on 70. And how do you, I mean, I've seen 3 for sale by owner signs on my area. I just call them and ask them, you know, I'm a Century 21 Coyote realtor. Would you like help? Blah, blah, blah. Do I make an appointment to go see them? People are really freaking scared with this Corona.
Right now, man, let's have like high sensitivity to all that stuff. I'm not calling people. I'm not knocking on people's doors to meet them face to face. Like, if somebody knocks on my door, I'm like, dude, do you not watch the news? Like, get off my lawn right now. You know what I mean? So right now is not the time to try to meet up with people you don't know. Right now is not the time to meet to door knock and stuff like that. Right now is not a time to pass out flyers. This training was created in normal business times. Okay, this Corona thing is brand new. But for instance, if you did see a for sale by owner, a great way to start approaching it is like obviously the is, man, you have a house for sale, like kind of listed. That's the obvious thing that everybody else is doing. Why don't we approach it this way, man? Hey, man, I know you have your house for sale. Don't worry, I'm not trying to list your house. Like, don't worry. The way I make money is I try to figure out where you're going to next. I help clients like you find their next house. That's the way I would approach it. I don't even need to meet you. You know what I mean? Where are you going to next, man? Oh, yeah, I'm going to California. Great, dude. I can hook you up with a local expert in California.
Okay. Good. Thanks.
What else we got? Give me some. Let me see. I'm going to call some people out in here. Do we get pay for that? Or what? For hooking somebody up? Yeah, man, you get buyer's commit, you get that selling commission. And then also if they're going to say California, you get a referral fee. You just set them up. When I say, hey man, where are you going to next? Like most of the time they're gonna be relocating in Orlando. You just gotta figure out where and start helping them out. Hey, do you know about the current market condition? Yeah, so even if they're another state, we can refer people out. We could get referral fees on that. You know what I mean? It's simply like you may start figuring out, hey man, where are you going? Oh, I'm going to Los Angeles. All right, cool, man. Do you know about the current market condition in Los Angeles? No, not really. Hey man, I'm in Century 21. I know a bunch of people in Los Angeles. I can hook you up with a local expert over there. You want me to do that? Have somebody reach out to you next couple of days? Yeah, please do that. Cool. I'm gonna go on Zillow or something and find the best agent in Century 21 and talk to them and set up that referral fee. And this is the thing when you're sending referrals, like find the best person that you know could sell properties. It's a great way to secure the deal. Anything else? Anything else? Let me see. All right, guys. Well, if you guys don't have anything else, I'm done. I'm cutting you guys loose. Ciao. Oh yeah, before I forget, yeah, you guys go do some prospecting. Forgot to say that.